Hello everyone, how very good of you to join and welcome back to a very busy episode. In this episode we want to finally push our 7,500 tier 2 populations here, the field researchers, and I would also like to unlock us the synthetics, the next line of a population that we have, or at least I would like to work towards that. For that we're gonna need to unlock a whole new sector. Before I do that, let's continue with the field researchers. That is something that we can do just right over there, and as you can see, yeah, we can really go ahead with a lot of them right now. That's what I like to see. Of course, I might be a bit too greedy here, but we'll just see. Let's also get me another community center going here, and then we'll just see how many I can get in with that. We have the Parkers right now, the Stimulants, the Medibots. One of them was probably gonna be pretty low, right? No, in fact, they're both still looking very nice. Perhaps we have these stimulants. Yes, these are problematic. Unfortunately, fish is still fine. Let's check it out, how many more we need with that. Yeah, we are at 6.6 already, right? So that was quick. That wasn't so bad at all. Let's just check it out here. Vitamin drinks, canned food. I think we cannot upgrade right now because we need to have more field researchers. Yes, that's the thing indeed. But at this point, I'm pretty confident that we're going to be able to push this with just this settlement here, right? So I don't need to expand too much further outside. And yeah, probably here. Closing in on the industry center that we have. And then a bunch more here. And then probably, yeah, this is definitely something we can develop into another block. Here and here, yeah. There we go. This should actually be enough, right? That with another upgrade, we should be able to really push that population. So let's try it out. Over here, this row here, and perhaps there is a bunch more. And I think that should be very close now. Yeah, there you go. With that, we have unlocked it. We have met all the requirements, and we now have the high security laboratory that we can finally construct. The first one, let's have it over here. Right away. High security. And where's the drones? Or where are the turrets shooting you? No idea. We need, I think, 3. Yeah, we need 3 of them, which is a bit harsh, but there you go. Let's go ahead. That forest I would like to keep. This is actually fine because it's a bit further outside. Looks like a secret facility in the mountain area. Just here. Getting its little entrance. And then we can have another one on the other side of the whole thing. Yeah, let's get rid of this. So I can still squeeze in another one here. At the end of this road there. Bordering right to my wind park that we have over there. Alright, with that we get the 3. And with that we just need to wait now 10 minutes for this. While that is rolling, let's have a look at the island or the sector that we need for our synthetics, and that is the Green Tide Archipelago. It has its own special project that is going to investigate an abandoned facility complex, and we'll just see what that is. It does cost me 2.4 million credits. Yeah, we have 3.3, so I can't afford it. Let's take over the sector. It's tight though. My balance is not the best right now, so in fact I should probably sell some things, right? So let's go back to Archiflows. And on the moon, I can also sell so that we have 4 million again. That's fine for the next auction. By the way, speaking about the moon, we need to get these bio-enhancers also going, right? So for this, I need more rare earth elements. Let's check it out real quick. We got it here, and it actually can be boosted with the aerogel, right? But unfortunately, I don't have this up yet. Right, so what we can do is we have a huge energy surplus here of 12,000 that we get rid of these solar panels, right? So we got the solar array here, and we have used all the mountainsides unfortunately, so that's the only option I see right now. Getting this one going gives me lots of rare earth elements again. Let's also get me a warehouse going, and with that we can further push now this production. Look at how crazy it already looks here. And I would, oh wait a second, we can still finish these modules here so that we get this over to Viridian Coves and not the Tundra, right? I want to get this to Viridian Coves, in fact, because we want to get my second main city going as much as possible. So that would be over here, and then I can squeeze one in here and probably 2 more here. There you go. We would have plenty of materials left. And of course, workforce is the major problem here as well. So we should be able to squeeze in these drone modules then here as well. There you go. Nice. And this one's already full. This one's full, and this one still has drones left. Very nice. That's a lot. 31. I think it's not enough, but it should be enough for now. Oh, it's way more than enough. Perfect. Let's keep a bit of a surplus so that we can sell it off. Actually, let's get all of this over, right? This will give me a nice booster in population again, and especially in income. And let's go for the Green Tide Archipelago.
This sector has been considered out of commission until recently. Recovering the generator complex could prove beneficial. First assessments show minor damages and a lack of fossil fuel. Suggested course of action: locating the outdated energy source.
That's exactly what we're here for. There is a lot of islands. Look at that. Right, there's even an achievement if you can settle all of them. And we do need, we do need to restore the central sector project that is here, this abandoned facility. And yeah, before we get to this point, we will need to settle a couple of islands first. By the way, there's these very strange structures. So I've never done this before, right? So this is one of those sectors that I've never touched. And I'm excited about this, honestly. It's a DLC sector, and it has its special story as well. Let's just find us a suitable location. This one here looks fantastic for our first settlement in the region, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna need a lot of workforce. I hope that we can kind of like settle as many islands as possible. The first one is cheap. Let's check it out, the next one right away. What do we need for this one here? A lot of graphene, unfortunately, 250. So you can imagine how much graphene we're gonna need if we want to settle all of these islands. I don't think I'm gonna do the achievement. That's like 3,000-4,000 graphene you need for all of that. That's just pretty crazy. Now, the settlement though, we can easily do. I just realized this island here does not have a mountainside. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's okay. Okay, there we also have the sector project now coming online that we can do. By the way, there's one of these. A reactor. And you need to have on this island 100,000 investors, right? So that is the major goal for this. And you can just see that this is gonna be a pretty big step forward here. So we need to be hyper efficient about this island. This is not about beauty building. This is all about squeezing in that amount of investors into this island here. For reaching that, do we have a trader in the region? We have a trader that actually sells me graphene. So I'm usually not doing this, but for this one, I probably would like to purchase not only the construction materials here, but I'm probably also pushing the graphene, right? By the way, if we have enough money, we could purchase graphene in every sector now. So this gives me a bit of an edge here if we have the money, right? So that's going to be the major thing. On the other hand, I will need to, unfortunately, still do those crisis sectors. This one gives me 300 graphene. Can we upgrade? Yes, we can upgrade a bunch of ships again to accept this mission. Now that's a lot of ships that we have. Seize the strategic targets, 3 of them. We have 4 available. So we should be good to go on this one. The thing with this game is it has an immense endgame grind. So right now, we'll just see if we actually do all of that, right? I know you guys would love it, but it's very time consuming at this point to just get one episode going, really. Because of all the requirements surrounding the construction. Okay, there's a mission. I'm not gonna do this. I would rather really like to just push. There is a bit of graphene also dropping on this map. That is gonna be very good for us. And yeah, on export, these missions are just no joke at all. Yeah, let's just try to destroy them here. There's one of the first objectives already, by the way. So let's do this. And let's not try, or let's not lose any ship here, really. Gonna be too late already. This one's lost. The damage is just so high. And we're somehow not claiming this one. Come on. Okay, there you go. Another auction. Of course, they're popping up every time I'm in one of these missions. Certainly no coincidence. Lost another ship there. Let's cancel this one. Let's heal up. There's the next one. Gonna use this one. I'm gonna use a support fleet on that. Oh, and we have a blockade of Wildwater Bay. Holy cow, you kidding me, right? I cannot leave the mission right now. We are at negative 100,000 on the balance right now. Are you kidding me? This is like unreal, alright? Yeah, we have to abandon the mission. Because if I'm not doing this, we are gonna be broke in a very few minutes there. I think actually we are broke now. Yeah. I don't think I can solve this problem within the time limit of what I need to do. This is just completely unfair. Doing something like this while I'm in a combat mission, right, on that scale as well. There's 96 ships I need to destroy now. Or else we're screwed. Perhaps I can sell some stuff. I can sell some microchips here, the synoptics, and the diamonds to get me a bit of a buffer here again. Also, really not fair, this mission is now unavailable, right? There's a cooldown on that, so I need to wait, I think, 10 minutes for this mission to come back. And it's the only mission that gives you graphene. This is not fun at all, unfortunately, right? Takes a lot of time, and it's just very frustrating to pull off all of that. Alright, let's get rid of these 100 ships that we need to destroy now again, just to get my balance back on track. We, by the way, also lost around 200,000 people there on the population, just because of this invasion.
You won't see me making flowery speeches expounding what we do. Our achievements can be seen everywhere in the happy faces of well-fed people.
Of course, also, auctions on my company shares continue to go bonkers while I'm on these missions. Gonna get me one of these. Support's going.
Launching nuclear missile. Nuclear missile fired. Energy shields active.
The good thing is you're getting a lot of these missile barrages out. Okay, how many more? Like this one and this one. Still not enough. One more. Screw you. Honestly, screw you for having a mission like this. Alright, balance goes back to normal. But of course, that mission is unavailable now. Onwards to the next island in our endgame zone, as we call it. Claiming this one, 250 graphene. It's an important island. It gives me mountainsides now, coastal sides, space, and also it is part of the major project that we have. And we only need to have 150 workers on this island, right? So this is a very humane requirement. And the rest of this island here I can use then for, yeah, industry. And that is all that we're gonna need on this one. So I can start right away with the water plant. I would definitely like to have a tidal plant right away that we have over here. Alright, actually I think this could be fun, right? This sector here could be a lot of fun really, because it provides these tight challenges that you need to do. Let's go ahead and secure us the energy for a while. And that's also applying for my water. So water is very expensive to get in, of course. The same applies with food. Since this is having a lot of food, I might actually consider making this my food island as well. Because we can't have any food or any industry whatsoever on the island where we need 100,000 investors, right? That's just way too crazy to pull it off. Yeah, and with that we have it. By the way, do I have a trader? There's a trader in the sector.
Hey, come on in.
And he offers me building materials. Let's go crazy on this. Because I can kind of like afford it. It's okay. That's okay. And let's push my first people in this sector. Of course, that's not gonna work out. Let's just see. Another one. and then we can make it work here. And once again, I would like to be very tight because I really don't know how much space we're ever gonna need. I'm gonna have them here, another one here. Oh, alright, I cannot do anything else here. I can do it like so, perfect. And then we definitely will also need an information drone. Gonna have this one over here somewhere. Right, so this, of course, this requirement is easy to pull off. There you are. We already have this. We could potentially now already reactivate, but I'm gonna wait on that just a tiny bit. Also, we could already upgrade these people here, but we're not doing that here, of course. I'm doing this here, right? This is the major hub that we have. To get things really started, though, I also need to work, of course, on my building, construction material production. So we're gonna have this one on the other side, just here. I can see that we're gonna need a lot of biopolymers, so I really would like to push this production with quite a few modules. And we could even get another one going here, probably just around that. There you go. One thing, I really don't need to worry about workforce on this map, right? Because we're gonna push a couple of big islands there, big cities in general. All right, that's that. Then we have the robots. I would also like to, wait a second. Can we have already a trade route going here? We can. So let's actually get the robots from Viridian Coves over, because honestly, this saves me space again, right? Good. We got a nice income now. And with that, let's push the investor island. So this is gonna be tight. Just see how much we can go for. So it's these guys here and then a block. Perfect. 100,000 investors. That sounds really crazy. Okay. So I will also need to really plaster it all full here, I guess. Right, so we're gonna make a road here. Just see how much we can get going here. There you go. This looks great. And then more here. And then of course we push more of these.
My abject apologies for forgetting to remind you to vote earlier. However, there is...
Yeah, I know you can vote. I know you could vote in the past. You were able to vote.
Driving a bike, shooting at people. We have to show some fight.
Ah, very good. The graphene mission is also back online again, right?
Aye.
Okay. Where's that sector thingy? There it is, right? So we need to keep this one a bit. Of course, the cool thing is we are also pushing our company levels with that. That's the neat thing. And with that, the first half of this island has been now established. We probably really need to plaster it all full with buildings. All right. And look at that. Look at that. That's probably... that's still possible. Nice. Alright. With that out of the way, we can of course use the coastal sites though for water. Because we're always gonna need that. Now vitamins we still have in Walbrook Basin. Let's get them over. Definitely gonna need them. And I mean, I could already establish these trade routes because I know that at some point I'm gonna need them. The neural implants are gonna be pretty tough, honestly. This is... yeah. I can see that this is getting very tough. The rejuvenators, we have 63 right now still in Wildwater Bay. Instead of Viridian Coves, I'm actually going to push them into the Green Tide Archipelago. And then for the moon stuff, we will have the bioenhancers. Yeah, we actually have a bit of a surplus there still going. So that I could use for my advantage. Now, these guys here still need information. That's also, yeah, the service buildings. You know what? Let's actually push this one again. And then we're probably gonna make this area here a service sector area. Where I'm trying to squeeze in as much as possible. Right, so this should be possible. If we have 1, 2, 3. That's not more than that. So I'm gonna have this one, and this one. And behind that, we're gonna need then the police stations. I might try to make it like so. This could work out for 3 then. There you go. Right, and then we actually use this space here for a bunch more. So that's a lot of services. By the way, we're also gonna need, of course, yeah, this is really nasty because these service buildings are huge. Gonna need a metro station. Okay, that's not gonna work out. We'll need to have the metro station somewhere over there. Otherwise, we're not able to squeeze in enough peeps there. For sure, an interesting challenge. Yep. And we might be able to have more. Is that possible? That's possible. But that's... Ah, there's one more slot. Perfect. And then we're getting all of this down there again. Really? $100,000 investors. That's really crazy though. Okay, then we have it here. It's already information lag again. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Because I thought this block here would be fine for a long time, but it's not.
I'm certain you simply forgot to vote.
So we have this one again, right? Now we could upgrade a lot of them. We have a good production going. I'm gonna decline these here. And take the 100. Also construct the bots. And can we sell anything already? Nah. Not possible. So the thing about this island here is that, of course, you need the ascension rights, right? So we need to have smaller islands like this, plastered with tier 1 and tier 2 buildings, so I can get enough ascension rights going, so that we probably can push all of them here to investors then down the road. Okay, so that's gonna be the major challenge there, I think, as well, to get the ascension rights. Upgrade rest is fine. I also love that we push for more company levels, of course. Alright, these guys already have then the vitamin drinks and the rejuvenators coming in, right? I think though for the neuro implants, we have now 2 options. Either, what I'm already doing to some extent, is I'm importing molybdenum right into Archaea flows. This is too expensive, right? Of course. Right now we're paying 6,000. Let's just see how far we can get this up. Yeah, okay, this is 10,000 more we can afford. The thing is, I will need to probably settle another Arctic sector at some point. I don't like the idea of this, because this is getting a bit tedious up here, but it's something that we probably will need to do then soon. Let's also see if we can sell. Yeah, methane is always nice to sell it off, to get enough money again for the graphenes, right? Because without that, I cannot settle. Now, we do have workforce, but these are fully automated at that point, right? So we're really just pushing them for the neuro implants. The problem here once again though is, of course, that we need to actually also have the space for quantum computers and stuff. So I think at some point we'll actually need to move them anyway.
I'm certain you simply forgot to vote. There is still time to
Okay, this is fine. And then we can just push our drones here further. And then also this one up there, right? So get the workforce, get the neuro implants, and with that we can push them down to Green That Archipelago. I'm gonna need a lot of them, right? So yeah, vitamins are... Ooh, we have way too many vitamins into Archaea flows, so I can kind of like tone it down here.
Renewing parameters.
And we have a total demand of 90. For this I will need to have my Viridian Coves being pushing again, right? Now this is where probably at some point we're gonna need those modules, right? The Tundra modules. There it is, the biocatalyst. Without that, probably not going to be able to produce it for all of my sectors now that we have in high demand. So look at my fruits. We're still past that, so I can still push a bunch more here. Got 10,000 workers available.
Time to either renew the permit or
So I really don't need to worry about that. So no more drone modules for now.
Very busy, if you forgot.
There you go. This pushes it once again. Out of fruits now, as expected. So I'm just gonna get me a few more of these going here. So that's not deep red or anything. There you go. That is fine now. Bit of logistics. Let's make a block of logistics complete here. This is just for the warehouses then overall. Mass production. Yeah, and let's get all of this over then too. This is a bit strange. I cannot see that trade route.
Parameters.
This is the Wildwater Bay trade route. This is the Walbrook Basin. We don't have
Review.
a trade route going from Viridian Coves right now. Gonna start with
Transfer route.
a meager 800. And yeah, with that, we can actually push to tier 3 already.
May I introduce myself?
The problem there is, of course, that this is not even half where we need to be. Also nice, yeah. Once again, information. Super awesome. And let's push another one here. To get this island here going. So now we need the luxury food, the IntelliWare, the bioenhancers, and of course, I'm pretty sure that also, yeah, my
Attention.
previous consumptions are now also going through the roof, so we once again need to completely redo this here, production-wise. Also, we're pushing towards the next level. Not new title this time around, though. National Leader? I thought with... Oh! Wait a second, we just unlocked it, right? Monopoly Holder. Yep, that's us now. 85. The next title is with 90 again, right? So this takes quite some time to achieve. Funnily enough, we're not really making such a good money there right now. So 80,000 is not that much. The shares are just doing horribly right now.
If you forgot.
Like, I think all of them are negative. Yeah, this one here is deep down negative 9,000 each. Crazy stuff. Right, going back to the tundra,
No one's. Oh, you're not
where we finish the next step.
Results are in. The irregularity they found was once a pasta salad.
Aha,
Can't
pasta dish
believe
is the
this happened
culprit.
because someone dropped their lunch. I can guess what happened.
Oh, Simon.
Volcano
Ah.
damaged the vault, leaving the infected seeds exposed, and voila, germination.
So the drone thing,
Time to weld those shut.
let's try and influence this. We have a lot of influence, right? So I would definitely like to take part here to get this in. But I can see that it's gonna be a high price, so I'm also gonna get me my discount here.
Consumer now.
Alright, there it is. This is another 8,000 coming in. Thank you very much.
Attention. Under provision of specific consumer goods detected.
Alright, now we need to finally tackle these polluty things and destroy them. And I think it's 8 of them. Yeah, 8 around the map. So the volcano erupted, damaged the reactor, vault exposed, and now here we need to seal the leaks, and that's the one. Funny enough, these leaks have been existing for a while now.
You're the best at getting stuff done.
There you go. Finished. The next one has already been
Take it
finished as well.
seriously.
Underway.
Excellent news. My experimental vaccine is showing promise. I'll have it deployed amongst the staff right away.
Okay, now
But the
we
animals
need
will
to,
have be treated
I think, do the
differently
same again.
in the wild.
By the way,
Adequate.
is she
Good
buying
news,
anything
bad
good?
news,
No, she's not.
whatever.
This one's unfortunately something we cannot do. It's not my share. It's also not a share that I have. So I'm just going to let this run through so those competitors actually spend some money there as well from time to time.
Definitely.
But I can't compete with that. The vaccine container. The vaccine is ready and we need to now get it to the animals. So first of all, we need to get the vehicle for that.
Underway.
Which is where exactly? Ah, there it is. Of course, you know, it's just not 1, but it's once again 7 that you need to do manually
Incoming.
to every single spot. Peak gameplay once again.
Underway.
Job well done.
Finally, we finished it.
New infections are a risk. As long as the virus is still affecting who knows how many.
We have the workforce, so now we just need to wait 15 minutes. Without the patients treated and disease vectors taken care of, we still have all those seed containers that need checking. Next, back to Viridian Coves, and here we now need to do two things, or we need to do something with which we can complete two things at once, and that is luxury food. My people here need it, and also, of course, my investors then in Green Tide Archipelago will need it. It's a lot of food though, right? And for this we need a lot of wine. I'm just happy that we went with the agricultural route in my space station so far, because this is really helping out now in simplifying my productions. Of course, you can probably also simplify other things that are also very useful, but right now I really enjoy the fact that yeah, we have a simplified luxury meal production going. A lot of wine we need, and the other one is then just food. The food we have over here and also over here, because we're getting food, of course, also for my green type population. Let's just check this out. We don't need any drones anymore, right? So we should be perfectly happy using all of this here. 4 more slots. And getting this over. And I'm not gonna upgrade here just now, right? Now we got everything in for the food. For this one, we have the extreme cost, of course. Also, we need space for the industry. And that's something I'm probably gonna do on my starter island here, where we can push this now. Electricity is fine, maintenance is fine, workforce is fine. We're probably gonna use the electricity modules on this, right? Just so that we get the maximum out of them, because I think electricity will be something once again that we will lack at some point. Wine we have plenty, so as you can see, we can really push to the positive now, but we're also broke. Like completely broke. The luxury food gives me a boost there again. And then we got 32. I need a bit more. We have plenty of wine, plenty of food, so it's all about resources.
You interested in it? My price
It's all
is so
about
low.
getting
I
the
know you'll find that very
super alloys in, so that we can push more industry. I'm not gonna exaggerate here too much now though, because of course it's expensive. Luxury food, we need 50, we got that, very nice. That's another nice boost. Now to my green tide island. Food wise, yeah, let's reduce it for Wildwater Bay. I'm not gonna develop Wildwater Bay for a long time, right? So getting just these things over will just do the job as well. Now we also need all the vitamins, kind of a nice surplus there. And then we have also our bioenhancers that I haven't touched yet. This one we need 9. Wildwater Bay we have 14, and
influence increases to new level.
no, wait a second. Let's take Viridian Coves for this. Get us a 13 surplus. With that, we should have everything actually for these guys. Intellibear is in fact the last one that we need, and we have a good production of that in Wildwater Bay. So let's actually return here. And by pushing this one more, we have 48 now that I can get safely over. Of course, this is still not enough, but it's enough for now because I need to play this a bit tighter, right? I cannot just go with 100 surplus there. This would bankrupt us most likely. So I need to do this step by step. And with all of that out of the way, we can now go for investors. Well, we can't because something ran out again. No, we can actually, but what's the problem here? Oh, super alloys, of course. I do have my super alloys somewhere right now. Vanya Plains, I don't need them anymore. So we're going to stop this trade route there. I do have them from Archiflows to Wildwater Bay. I'm also going to stop this for now, right? So I don't want to have any super alloy trade route going anymore. And we're rather just redirecting all of this production from the Arctic to Green Tide Archipelago now, so that we get this one in. I should be able to purchase those here. They're not that expensive. Graphene though, 1.6 million. I'm not doing that now because I need always money for the auctions. Now let's start upgrading our first investor into this island here, and then we'll just see how many of these buildings we need, right? If I really want to get this. 10,000 we have with that tiny block here now. That is growing. Of course, providing goods will also push my population here then. So this is something we can absolutely do. Do we not have more? There is the next auction. The shares are running good again. I might have a go at this.
can be seen
Ah, that's a really
everywhere
cheap
in
one,
the
so let's
happy
push.
faces of well-fed people. Same
There you
at
go.
International.
I will probably need to
Feed the
sell
world.
stuff though.
Should not have happened.
Alright, let's push more. Ah, we really don't have a lot, huh? We need to upgrade lower tiers as well. That's the problem here.
New level of success reached.
But it's coming along. And also the lower tiers. At this point, I don't think we need the... 25,000 only. Oh yeah, we're gonna need a lot more. I will also need more metro stations. Now, as said, I'm gonna go efficient about this. I really don't want to have all the metro stations in one place, though. This would not look so good. So I'm gonna get them over here. We're also gonna need more police. So we're gonna make another block of this over here. For these guys, so we can upgrade even more. And these guys. Oh, we lack the lower tiers. So I need to, in fact, push again. That's a pity. I still would like to do this though. I'm gonna move it over here.
Think you can just stay on the sidelines forever? I have offers waiting here that are sure to bring you back onto the field.
That's a lot of space wasted here though, so let's get rid of this again. And this is probably where we're gonna have another... we could even have a stadium here, right? This would give me a lot of people in the investor branch. Yeah, let's have it here. Can't expect... didn't believe... I did not believe actually that we would push for a stadium here. But here we are.
Competitive edge. Sharp
Okay, with that we can upgrade these lower tiers again, so that we get the ascension rights for the higher tiers.
space shuttle.
Also, we're running low on energy again. I think though we have no more coastal slots available. So another island is absolutely required at this point. Yeah.
Warning. Energy grid overload. Attention. Under provision of specific
That's a few more of the lower tiers, and I
detected
think now, yeah, we're lacking the goods then again, right? But that was a nice push, by the way, for this island here. Almost halfway there, right? So I don't think we need the whole island plastered with investors, but half of it. Something like that. So that you can still have an organic looking city there somehow, right? That would be a nice goal here. Getting those goods over, that's also going to take some time, especially since, yeah, we're already tight on quantum computers. I don't need all of them though, right? So we'll just see how many of them I'm going to provide to this island. Another island will be important. And yeah, so far so good. I hope you enjoyed this one. We are really here at the endgame challenge of this. Stay tuned.